hallway, and they wouldn't be scared to keep going. So there's another light, and these, so you can see the light coming through here. You could do this with the light for little kids, lights on, but the bigger kids were kind of bored. So I was going to try to put a light on this guy, because he's also a motion sensor, a light sensor activated guy, but I just didn't make the time to do it. Got some more skulls right here, and these two have lights on them that turn on, that flash. Here's another one of my window blockers, just cardboard boxes that I broke down and duct taped up. Come around this corner, and then we're almost to the room with the blue light. And so my brother-in-law was in here during our party, and he would actually reach out and grab people because he could see them through the window. So that's a great idea. Here's another one of my window blockers. Now the window's nice and bright. Coming through here. And so people are following the tea lights. So this is something that took a long time, was I stretched out the webbing that you can make your own webs, and it was really neat because it's a nice big arch that comes up over the top, so you feel like you're walking through a spider web, and it kind of blocks everything right here. See that? So I block off this room with spider webbing because then it keeps people out of my displays. Like there's my ghost. Ghost didn't work out as good as I'd hoped this year because I have too long of a fulcrum. I need a shorter fulcrum. But the blue light, the purple light when it's on, or the black light when it's on her, she looks pretty cool. There's another one of my windows that were blocked out. And I have spiders right here too. You put a whole bunch of spiders in your webbing, and then you look through here and it just looks like you're walking through a big giant web. And so I might do more with this in the future because that was kind of cool. And all I did here was I ran boards along the ground. See that? Just 2 long boards. And then I used my staple gun, and I have electric staple gun, and I would staple a piece of webbing down, and then I would stretch it out up to the top, and I would staple another piece down right like that. Just staple, staple. And it's nice to have unfinished basement for this purpose because you can staple things down and make your webbing look really cool. And then see my big spiders right there. I had the big spider display last year. Pretty cool and spooky. And along the back wall, it says, couldn't see this very well with the camera and the black light, the Chamber of Secrets has been opened. And that's orange, actually phosphoresces in the black light. You can see it really well when you walk through here, and it says beware right there too. So this is my spider room, my ghost. Oh, and there's a petrified baby. She kind of shows up frozen, and then there's a skeleton right there on the floor. Like they're all petrified from the snake that's loose from the Chamber of Secrets. So here's my flashing light room. This is an easy room to do. You just need 1 strobe, 1 smoke machine, which might be out by now. Let's see if I can activate it. Might be empty because it's been running. Oh, there it goes. So this room would fill up with smoke. I think this smoke machine's out. So I'll turn it off. So, so you walk through the smoke, and because of the smoke, everything is like, you know, it's nice smoky feeling in here. You walk over here, and then I stood right here with my air tank, and all I had was just my air blaster. Just, you know, just one of those little air blaster devices that you can. It's still got some air in it, and I would stand right here, and people walk by, and I'd go blast them with some air. So that was an easy prop, but I had to have a person in here to do it. So you went through there, and there's another tea light. So you could just follow the tea lights, hanging from the floor, or from the ceiling. And this is the exit. I had an exit sign here made of that illuminating paint. It has to be charged up, so you kind of have to paint the sign, leave it under light for a couple hours, and then it'll shine for hours and hours in the dark. And so people were having a hard time figuring out, because this is actually supposed to be up. They were trying to figure out how to get out. And so what I did was I said the way to get out is you follow these green glow sticks. There's one right here, and there's one that was hanging right here. So it's like one big loop, and they get out. And so that's my maze. It took me about 40-50 hours to work on. A lot of work. Part of it's planning, part of it's trial and error, and but they're really super fun. Kids had fun. One parent said this year that if I had a couple people in there on Halloween night, I was walking the kids through the neighborhood, so it was just the everything in here operating itself. And they said if I had a couple people in there scaring people, I could charge money for it because it was such a good maze. So it's fun though. And if you have any questions, just email me.